I think they try to oversimplify stuff with simple solutions that may not be that simple. What's up, fam? Welcome to the Tay and Steph reaction video. In this reaction video, we're going to react to real victims of affirmative action. On this channel, we're trying to get to 70K. Do us a favor, smash the subscribe button, help us get to 70K and be a part of the fam. Also, turn on your push button notifications so you can be notified when we drop these videos, man. With that being said, we're going to try to keep our comments to ourselves to the end of the video, but we'll see if we can.
During my first week at the University of Illinois, I was having lunch with some new friends. Suddenly, out of the blue, one of them said, "Hey Xavier, did you just draw a smiley face on your application to get in here?" Puzzled, I asked, "What does that mean?" "You know, you're black and probably had decent grades. You could have just attached a smiley face and I'm sure you would have gotten in." I stared back at him, dumbfounded. Then I just got angry. I told him about the merit scholarships I had earned, none of which had anything to do with my race. I was even in the honors program. He got the picture and immediately apologized. For about an hour, I felt very proud of myself. I told this guy where he could stick his bigotry. Then suddenly, a feeling of doubt that I had never felt before swept over me. I began to question whether or not I belonged at the university. Was I a diversity selection? How about the black girl across the room? Was she thinking the same thing about me? Do I really deserve to be here? I had the GPA and ACT scores to prove that I did. I was valedictorian of my high school, which, by the way, was over 95% white. Despite this, barely a week into my freshman year, I was questioning everything. This was my introduction to affirmative action, its negative effects, and what it does to the psyche. It fosters insecurity among minority students. Did I really earn this? As well as skepticism, usually unspoken, from their peers. Are they really qualified to be here? This is what affirmative action does. It undermines self-confidence and creates a rift between racial groups. It's not hard to see why. A report from the Center for Equal Opportunity found that to have the same chance of getting admitted to prestigious universities, Asian Americans need to score, on average, about 140 points higher on the SAT than white students, 270 points higher than Hispanic students, and 450 points higher than black students. With data like this, it's not surprising that students like my aforementioned classmate would question my credentials. Does that justify his comments? No. But do I understand his point? Unfortunately, I do. I also understand the resentment felt by white and Asian students who are rejected by colleges solely because of these skewed admission policies. Let's call it what it is: racial discrimination. In his book, David and Goliath, Malcolm Gladwell explains the concept of mismatch theory. The idea is that students may be better off attending institutions that match their academic abilities. This improves their chances of success, whereas attending an institution for which they are not prepared is likely to ensure their failure. I saw this firsthand. A classmate of mine was failing our French class, so I offered to help her study. While trying to figure out why she was doing so poorly, I learned that she had a surprisingly low high school GPA and ACT score, lower than anyone else I knew at the university, and much lower than some of my white friends who had been denied admission. She started the year happy and confident, but ended the semester angry, bitter, and on academic probation. She soon dropped out, yet another victim of affirmative action. Her odds of success could have been higher had she attended a school more suited to her abilities. Instead, she suffered the defeat of failing out of one for which she was not suited. This story is repeated every year at countless campuses across the nation. It's a phenomenon well documented by academics like Thomas Sowell of the Hoover Institution at Stanford.
I've been hearing a lot about Thomas Sowell, man. Y'all let me know what videos I should react to him. Don't send me no hour-long videos because I'm not going to react to that. But I've been hearing about a lot about that dude, Thomas Sowell. Y'all let me know if y'all rock with Thomas Sowell, if he's a legitimate source. I've never heard him or heard of him. If y'all think he's legitimate, let me know in the comment section down below.
Sander at UCLA, and Stuart Taylor, former senior fellow at the Brookings Institution. Attending an elite college might provide initial opportunities, but long-term success often depends on many factors that have nothing to do with what college you graduated from. Graduates from a middle-tier school with good grades that reflect their diligence and commitment will probably find themselves better poised for success than Ivy League graduates with poor grades. Affirmative action cheats them out of that chance. There's one more thing to consider. Affirmative action encourages a sense of victimization. How does it do that? Well, imagine you're struggling academically. You're angry and frustrated. You don't blame yourself, but someone or something must be responsible. You look for an answer, and there it is: systemic racism. But the truth is, it's affirmative action, the real racism. Supporters of affirmative action say it's necessary because it rights historical wrongs, but all it does is create new wrongs. A truly equitable admission system can only be created by one thing: merit. That way, no one would ever assume you got in with just a smiley face. I'm Xavier DeRusso for Prager University.
All right, I think they try to oversimplify stuff with simple solutions that may not be that simple, and I think I question if what he defined affirmative action is as what it is. I don't know the answer, so I'm gonna leave some of my comments to myself. But I think one of the things is like somebody might have a different definition of affirmative action than what he portrayed. Like for example, I'm gonna Google what affirmative action is, because I don't know what it is. I know what I think it is based on what I've heard, but I think it's important to define terms. So right here, the definition. It says affirmative action refers to a set of policies or practices within a government or organization seeking to benefit marginalized groups. That's not what he said affirmative action was. So right there, the definitions were like the angles that different people come from. I think that's what keep us arguing back and forth. Let me know if y'all are for affirmative action, what y'all think about affirmative action. Again, I got my thoughts. I'm gonna keep it myself. They probably, most likely, they're not educated because I don't know what it is. But I think that when I respond based on what they be saying in the video, I feel like, I wonder how helpful it is, because I think that we working off two different definitions. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think, man. We love you guys. Don't forget we're trying to get to 70K.
Hey.
We'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace.